What's up, traders? Welcome back to the channel. Ralphdatrader here, back with another video. Today's video is a weekly recap of NQ. Just gonna walk through NQ to see what trade opportunities were available to us during the time that we were looking to trade, and mainly for me, it's the New York session. All right, so I was only able to take one trade this week due to the fact that I live in Florida, so we had tornadoes and hurricanes, so wasn't able to really look at the chart this week during the time I need to be trading because I had to deal with stuff at work. So this is really my first time looking at the chart to see what trade opportunities were available. I was only able to take one trade this week, so I will show you guys that trade as well. And I just want to walk through this and see what opportunities were available to us. All right. And just see what we could have capitalized on. And this is just based off the way that I trade. I don't do everything like Stacy does. All right. So some things that I do that I found from him, that I learned from him, and some things that I do based off my candlestick analysis and using the levels, the round numbers. All right. And I just use that to my advantage. So, all right. So let's get right into this weekly breakdown. Right. So as you guys can see here that on Monday, right? So once we come in on Monday, we can clearly see that Friday closed in breakout. Okay, Friday closed in breakout. Now when a trade closed in breakout, I'm looking, and this is just me, okay? This is just me. I'm looking for a setup in either direction, be it be a long setup or a short setup. When it gets into my session, I'm looking to see how price is behaving at the levels during the timing window. Okay. So that is what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a setup in either direction in my session during the timing window. All right. So as we can see that price closed in breakout. We closed above the previous day's high. Okay. We closed above the previous day's high on that Friday. Now coming into that Monday during the Asian session, we can see that price triggered the previous day's high. Okay. So closed in breakout. All right. Price triggered the previous day's high. So I have two alerts giving me a reason to look at NQ. We can clearly see that price gave a nice short trade during the London session. Okay. But now once price gets into our New York session, all right. So we didn't have any major red news out. All right. On Monday, no major red news out. On Monday, we just had members of FOMC speaking at 1 p.m. and 1:50 p.m. Okay. So that's the only news that we have. And those was low impact news. And far as FOMC, when someone speaks on FOMC, for me, when it's low impact news, medium impact news, and definitely, major high impact news. I'm just waiting until, all that is over, until they're finished speaking, even if it's low impact news. I'm just gonna wait because what I've noticed is that even when they speak, even if it's low and medium impact news, we still get some crazy wicks. All right. So I'm just gonna wait. All right. And that's just what I'm doing. You don't have to do that, but that's just what I'm doing. So, like I said, we closed in breakout. Previous day's high was triggered, got a nice dump. All right, during the London session, a nice move during the London session. Okay, once we get into our New York session, all right, as we get into New York session, we can clearly see that this is our 930 candle here. So we're down at the bottom part of the 100 pip box, all right, around 10 a.m. Okay, they give you this engulfing at 10 a.m. Now, for me, there's no setup here. Okay, for one, I'm in a downtrend. So anybody that's looking to go long here, okay, there's no reason to go long here. The market is in a downtrend. Okay, the market is in a downtrend, so no reason to go long. All right, we had no low, not even a session low was triggered, but our previous day's low wasn't even triggered. So even though you had you was at this bottom part of this 100 pip box and you got this engulfing candle. Now for me, there's no trade setup, okay? Because my trades I like to take, I want to go long off of, double zero in the 25 quarter level, and I want to sell off of double zero in the 75 quarter level. So for me, there was no setup here on Monday. And then you can clearly see that after we had that FOMC when they speak, it clearly got a nice little drop, but this was outside of the time window. So for me, there's no setup here. Okay. So we're not gonna force anything. All right. So no setup there, but for me, no setup, but all depends on what you look for. All right. So for me, no setup. Now, Coming into our Tuesday. All right. So once we get into Tuesday, we had no major red news out on Tuesday. Okay. No major red news out on Tuesday, but we had members of the FOMC speaking at 12:45 and 4 p.m. Okay, so at 12:45 and 4 p.m., we had members of FOMC speaking. So nothing was going to happen during the New York session inside of the timing session from 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. So no news inside of that session. So coming into that Tuesday, we can see that during the Asian session, our previous day's low was triggered. Okay, so you had this nice dump at the end of Monday, right? End of Monday, you had this nice dump. Agent session triggered the previous day's low. They basically accumulated, all right, and doing that agent session, just collecting orders, triggered the previous day's low. All right, New York session gave a nice little move to the upside. And once we got into the pre-market, all right, in that gap time, you can see they accumulated once again. All right, and now just pay attention to where we're at. We're above 50. Okay, we're above that 50 level. All right. Now that first hour of the New York um of the timing window, we get a nice dump. All right. Get a nice dump during the first hour. Second hour, they pump it back up. Now, if you pay attention, this one, two, three candles right here, this is a morning star candlestick pattern. If you understand candlestick pattern, it's a morning star, which is a reversal candlestick pattern. So you can see we put in a higher high, accumulated, came back down, right? Put in a higher low. Price proceeds to push back up to the upside. We want to wait until after 9:30. Here's our 9:30 candle. All right. So this is the only trade that I took. So as price came down and weighed down, and as I caught it a little bit too late, because I would have gotten in here, all right, because we're in an uptrend. Price triggered the previous day's low. We had a nice 1, 2, 3. All right, in that first hour, morning star. All right, Morningstar, you could have taken an entry here if you wanted to get in early, but I like to wait until after 9:30. So I'm going to wait until after 9:30. Here's my 9:30 candle. All right, 9:45. So as this pump back up, as this starts to proceed back up, I took an entry right around this area somewhere here, right before the quarter level, and got my 75 points because I'm trading combines with top step. So got my 75 points and I was out. All right. So previous day's low was triggered. All right. So that was my alert. Previous day's low was triggered, and I had confirmation that they was going to continue with the reversal back to the upside. And you want to just know where's the money. Here's all the money. We had the dump on a Monday. All right, price continues, so there's your money. All right. Now heading into free cash on Wednesday. All right, heading into free cash Wednesday. The news that we had for free cash Wednesday was we had FOMC members speaking at 8 a.m. All right, 9:15. Okay, 10:30, all right, and 12:30. All right. So that's when we have those guys speaking. And once again, if you pay attention, what did price do once again on Tuesday? Price closed in breakout. All right. Price closed above the previous day's high. All right. So once again, we closed in breakout. We have longs driving this market. So as the session So as the new day starts, when we get into our Wednesday, we can see during the Asian session, price just accumulated, all right, collecting orders. Once again, get into the London session, they still pretty much are just accumulating. And then once we get into our New York session, all right, once we get into our New York session, we had no major red news. All right, you can clearly see here's our 9:30 candle. And once again, what level are we at? We're above 50. Okay, we're above 50. So as the 9:30 candle opens and closes, it still closes above 50. Okay, still closing above 50. We still have longs driving this market. The market is still in a uptrend. We're still in an uptrend, guys. Next candle, 9:45. Now these two candles right here, once this candle closes, 9:45 and then 9:30 candle, you can see they both stay above 50. Now these two candles makes a tweezer bottom. Okay, these two candles makes a tweezer bottom candlestick pattern. All right. Now for me, once this 10 a.m. candle would have broke the wick of this candle, I would have been in here. Right. But unfortunately, like I said, we was dealing with hurricanes here in Florida, so I wasn't able to take this trade. But you could have taken it. I would have taken a trade here, or you could have waited and let this 10 a.m. candle close, and you could have taken a trade here and got your 50 points and been out of the market. All right, but I'm just telling you, for me, this is where I would have entered as it broke this wick based off of this tweezer bottom candlestick pattern. Everything was confirmed for me. Price closed in breakout. Okay, even though a previous day's high and low wasn't triggered, I'm still in an uptrend. Price closed in breakout. And like I said before, when price closes in breakout, I'm looking to take a trade in either direction if a setup presents itself. Okay, if a setup presents itself. So for me, a setup was here for me. All right. Price was still in an uptrend. Price is holding above 50, which is a strong level of support and resistance. It came down with a retracement at the 50 level, gave me a reversal candlestick pattern, which was a tweezer bottom. And as this next candle opens up and pushes past this wick of that 945 candle, I would have taken an entry there. All right. And if you wanted to wait until this candle closed, that was fine as well. Because I think Stacy posted about this trade. I think he took this trade as well. He just waited until after the 10 a.m. candle closed, and you could have gotten an entry here. So either one is fine. All right. I'm just telling you, this is just what I would do. Okay. You don't have to do what I do. You can wait until this candle closed and then take an entry at 10:15 and got your 50 points. And you could have been done for the day. If you wanted to hold on longer, you could have to, but you definitely had got your 50 if you would have entered, if you wanted to wait until after this 10 a.m. candle close and got in at double zero, all right, and took it up to the 50 level, all right, 15 minutes, you was done, okay, you was done, all right, so that was another trade opportunity, all right, now, once again, going into Thursday, all right, so for Thursday, we had CPI news at 8:30, major red news of CPI. So we know we're not trading CPI. We had FOMC members speaking at 9:15, all right, 10:30, and 11 a.m. All right. So 10:30, 11 a.m. It was low impact news, but it was FOM people speaking. And like I said, for me, this just for me, you guys. All right. I'm not trading when these people are speaking because it's just I just know that it just be too many wicks. So I would just wait until after they speak, even if it's low, medium, and definitely we know if it's high impact news, we're not trading. So coming into our Thursday, all right, coming into our Thursday, once again, we can see that price closed in breakout, right? We closed above the previous day's high, right? We closed in breakout mode. We closed in breakout. So once again, we still have longs driving this market, okay? We closed in breakout on Tuesday, right? We closed in breakout on Wednesday. So longs are still driving this market, all right? Now heading into our Wednesday, okay? I mean our Thursday, going into our Thursday, we had our major red news, CPI 830, as you can clearly see with this candle right here, all right? They hit the stops, and now you just want to wait, right? You know, you just want to wait until something presents itself. Okay. We closed in breakout. Like I said, for me, we closed in breakout. So when price closes in breakout, I'm looking to see how price behaves and what type of setup it's going to give me. If it's going to give me a reversal or if it's going to give me a short trade. So I'm just going to wait. So we had the CPI, all right, right here, hitting stops, hitting stops. And now I just want to wait until after all these people speak and everything. So as you can see, this was 9:30 when the New York Stock Exchange opened. And once again, where are they? Look at how prices behaving at 50. We're holding above this level once again. We're holding above the 50 level, okay? Holding above 50. 10 a.m. to give you this nice engulfing. All right. But like I said, for me, I want to wait until after all these guys speak. All right. The last guy speaks at 11. So I'm just waiting. Okay. I'm just waiting. All right. So as you can clearly see the wicks on these candles. All right. So you had the nice engulfing here. Right now, if you wanted to, if anybody wanted to, you know, once it pulled back 50% of this engulfing, you know, you could have gotten in. That's on you. But for me, I'm just showing you guys what I do. All right. For me, I'm just gonna wait. All right. The last guy spoke at 11 a.m. All right. 11 a.m. gave me a clear engulfing. All right. I'm back in my area of where I would like to take a trade, which is that bottom part of the 100 pip box where we have the double zero and that quarter level. All right. So could have once this candle closed, could have entered here, and you can see you're clearly at you're right up underneath of the quarter level because you're at 24.22. All right. So this meets my criteria. All right. This meets my criteria. And as you guys can see, you clearly had a nice 50-point move on this trade. All right. Clearly had a nice 50-point move on this trade and more. All right. And then you can see after that, once the session window was ended, all right, they did give you a sell high setup. We triggered the previous day's high. They engulfed it. You had your quick 50 pips and you're out. All right. But for me, I would have taken this trade because it's inside of the timing window for me. Would just have waited. All right. Just looking at how price is behaving. All right. Just paying attention to how price is behaving, waiting until after the F when people speak and just continue with this long trade because we do have longs driving this market. All right. So that would have been the trade of if I was available on Thursday. Okay. Now heading into Free Cash Friday. Once again, we had CPI news at 8:30. All right. And we have prelims at 10 a.m., which was a medium impact news. All right. So we have prelims at 10 a.m. Now, once again, as you guys can see on coming into this session. All right. So we had a nice little dump. All right. And just paying attention. All right, where did price stop at? Price basically stopped doing that London session right above 50. So we're still in the uptrend. If you pay attention, guys, you're still in the uptrend. All right, you're still in the uptrend. Okay, so no previous day's high was triggered. All right, no previous day's low was triggered, but you can clearly see we had a nice dump. Okay, nice dump during that first hour. All right, nice dump during the first hour, staying above our previous week's high. Okay, staying above our previous week's high. All right, and these three candles right here, this one, two, three, this creates a morning star. Okay. If you this creates a morning star, which is a reversal candlestick pattern. Right. So now if you didn't see this or understand this morning star pattern, all right, this 9:45 candle engulfed the 9:30 candle. So you had prelims at medium impact news. All right. So you had prelims at 10 a.m. Okay. First hour dumps down. All right. They take out the London session low. All right. We take out the London session low. Now, price did not trigger a previous day's high or low. Now, if price did not trigger a previous day's high or low, there was no trade set up here for you. But if you understand market structure and you understand your levels, okay, if you understand market structure and you understand your levels, you still had a trade set up here. Okay. You still had a trade set up here. And for me, because I only trade one pair, all right, only trade just mainly in queue. So I would have taken a trade here. Once the prelim was over at 10 a.m., now I would just be watching this clock. All right. And as this candle here broke this wick, I'd have taken an entry. Okay. I would have taken an entry here, and that's just me. Now, if you're looking for price to trigger one of the levels of the extremes, then you would have done nothing on Free Cash Friday. Okay, you would have done nothing on Free Cash Friday. All right. But based off the way that I trade and things that I understand and that I know, I would have traded this. Okay. I would have traded this because I had a candlestick pattern here coming off of 50. All right. I'm seeing that I'm getting rejections off of the previous week's high. All right. So price is still in an uptrend. All right. I would have traded this reversal back up to the upside. All right. And that's just what I would have done. All right. Now we did not get a trigger of the previous day's high or the previous day's low. Okay. So if you're not advanced yet, you would not have taken a trade here. Okay. You would not have taken a trade here. So that's all I got, man, for this weekly NQ video. All right, for this weekly NQ recap video. So hope you guys learned some things from this video. Hope you got some value out of it. And like always, man, work hard, stay disciplined, be patient, and know that your time will come and be the reason that someone smiles today. Be the reason someone smiles today. And like I told you guys in my last video, we're trying to get this count I'm trying to get the subscribers up to 1K. All right. So once we do that, I mean, I will personally buy someone a 50K account. All right. So that's just showing my appreciation to you guys for subscribing to the channel, commenting, liking the videos. All right. So I don't need you to go and follow me on Instagram and none of all that stuff. Just I just appreciate you guys just being here and subscribing to the channel and just, being allowing me to be able to assist you on your trading journey. So I don't need a whole lot from you guys. We're just trying to get this channel up to 1K. All right, let's help get this channel up to 1K, you guys. I really appreciate it. And like I said, man, work hard, stay disciplined, be patient, know that your time will come, and be the reason someone smiles. Be the reason someone smiles. Peace and love. Have a good one.